I'm Sherry. Welcome to my studio. I wanted to do a couple of different kinds of experiments with these three flow aids. The first is Liquitex pouring medium, then we have Golden GAC 800, and then we have Flood Floetrol. In the first video, I tested each for clarity, consistency, and sheen. And in this video, we're going to see how each of them mix with three different types of colorants. This is how I poured each sample. Little puddles, blend them together to see if they overlap or if they combine, and then a little bullseye to see if they push, blend, stay transparent, or what. I'm going to use acrylic ink. Let's see. High flow acrylics. And I'm going to use golden fluid acrylics. I've got them each in their little cups. I'm mixing them at a ratio of 10 to 1. That's the recommended ratio for both pouring medium with ink and GAC 800 with fluid acrylics. Everything is mixed. My goal is to have a dark and a light in each colorant in each medium to see if they flow over each other, push each other, or if they just turn to mud. I'm back after these little experiments have dried for about 20 hours. And I wanted to look closely at the results. I turned off the camera yesterday. I did add the original paint in little drips so that we could see what the true color was. Because, for instance, while I think this is beautiful, that is not the color of the paint. So let's look at them. The Liquitex pouring medium with the acrylic ink. They kept separate, but you can't see everything as clearly as you can with the Liquitex medium and the high flow acrylic. But this is a beautiful way to keep layers separate and sheer, is with the Liquitex 10 to 1 to the acrylic ink or the high flow acrylics. However, when you put the Liquitex with the fluid acrylics, all sorts of blending going on. I mean, this color is really pretty, but it's not the color of the paint. I think these are some very pretty effects, and I would definitely want to use that again. The GAC 800, as I showed in the earlier demo, it just flows much further. So it ran off the edge of the page, stuck to the cup that was sitting there. It flows. You can see the orange through the yellow. You can sort of see some of the yellow through the orange, but you know, that color's a lot darker. When you mix it with the high flow, everything shows through everything. The interesting part is that it started the push. You see where it's pushing some of the paint outward, but not completely, because you can still see like the brown under there. When you mix it with fluid acrylics, you still have the transparency. After all, these are transparent paints, and more of the push. And you have a little bit of blending of the color right there. What I found the very most interesting was that the colors stayed separate more with the Floetrol. They also became a little less transparent, so Floetrol might be good with your opaque paints. Now this one is really weird. Look at all that splotchy thing going on there. I'm not sure what that is. It has texture. I don't know if I didn't mix my paint well, though I don't think that's it. And it even has some itty bitty cells down in here. So maybe this is just part of the formulation, and with some silicone or other additives it might form more cells. I don't know, but I think that one's pretty ugly. So I won't be using Floetrol with high flow paints. I do think that this one's pretty. With the ink, you've got some cell action going on. And it kept the transparency. So I would probably rather use the ink with the GAC or the Liquitex, but I don't think it wouldn't work with the Floetrol. It's smooth. It has some cell action. I don't know. All in all, I think this was a good experiment, and I'm going to keep these little pieces of paper so that if I want to get a particular look, I can reference these and know how to change them. The one decision I've made for going forward is that I will put more medium in my paints. You know, there's no adherence problems with any of these, 10 to 1. And so it's so much cheaper for Floetrol. But even the GAC is only $1 an ounce, whereas these are, you know, $10. Depends on the pigment, of course. And the only time I ever found any Liquitex was a little 8-ounce bottle, and I was able to get it with a really nice coupon for $7. So, but at $1 an ounce, these are way cheaper than artist paints or even inks. I think I will definitely increase the amount of my medium to paint ratio. I'm thinking about, right now it's 1 part Floetrol, 1 part water, 4 parts paint. I'm thinking about making it half and half, so 2 parts Floetrol, 2 parts GAC, and 4 parts paint. And I'll probably mix them. In my next video, I'll be using these 3 colorants with the same Flow products to see what we get then. Thank you for watching. Please leave any questions or comments you have about any of my videos or techniques, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks again. Bye.